Good morning, friends. We are still reading Officer Spence Makes No Sense. We are on chapter number 10. The peanut butter and jelly bandit is... things have been crazy. There are lots of teachers that are in some jail cells, portable jail cells, and there are the fire alarm is going off, and Officer Spence is going crazy. I don't know. It just seems to be chaos. So let's see if they finally figured out who the bandit actually is. Officer Spence ordered us kids back inside the school and to wait for him in the all-purpose room. So it has the perfect name. I looked at the clock as we went into school. It was almost 3 o'clock, and soon it would be time to go home. We all got to the all-purpose room, and it was amazing. The whole stage was filled with a long line of jail cells. Each one had a different grown-up in it. Mrs. Rupee, Mrs. Yonkers, Miss Hannah, Miss Loring, Miss Small, they were all there. "Wow," we all said, which is Mom upside down. "Help! Help! Let us out!" the teachers were yelling and rattling their cages. "Officer Spence is crazy." "You have the right to remain silent," Officer Spence yelled at them. "So shut up." I had to admit the whole thing was pretty cool. It was a lot like going to the zoo, except there were teachers in cages instead of monkeys and bears and baboons. It was a real Kodak moment. You should have been there. "There aren't that any more grown-ups for Officer Spence to arrest," Ryan whispered. "What's he gonna do now?" "Beats me," I said. Officer Spence climbed up on the stage and grabbed the microphone. "Okay, I have looked all over all the evidence," he shouted. "I examined all the fingerprints." Look at the picture. They're all in jail. It's not really funny, but it's really funny. "I looked at all the hair samples under a microscope," he said, "and I got the results of the DNA. And now I know the truth. I know who the guilty party is. The peanut butter and jelly bandit is..." I leaned forward in my seat. We all leaned forward in our seats. It was really suspenseful. Everybody got quiet. You could hear a pin drop, but not one of those little pins you could use for sewing. Those pins that don't make any noise when you drop them, because I tried to do that once and I couldn't hear it at all. I mean, like maybe a bowling pin, because they make a lot of noise when you drop them. Bowling is fun. I got a 109 once. I'm going bowling on Saturday because I got invited to Neil the Nude Kid's birthday party, and they're going to put up the bumpers so that you can't throw any gutter balls. But that doesn't have anything to do with all the suspense that was all in the all-purpose room. The peanut butter and jelly bandit is... Officer Spence didn't even have the chance to finish his sentence because at that moment, the most amazing thing in the history of the world happened. But I'm not going to tell you what it was. Okay, I'll tell you. But you have to read the next chapter to find out, so nanny boo boo on you. So the next chapter is called Chapter 11, Skippy and Jif Save the Day. If you have a guess or a prediction about who you think has been stealing the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, write it down below. I'm dying to know who you think the bandit is. See you tomorrow, friends.